Good Tuesday morning. It's 9 o'clock on this April 28th.
And this is 7 News Now, the quickest way to get you news that you need. And Jacob Durham is joining us right now to let us know about the forecast for today and the rest of the week. It's not going to be the same.
No, we're going to change pretty quickly. If you got any outdoor plans, today is another good day to do so. Tomorrow you'll have most of the day as well. But changes are certainly beginning to push into southwest Louisiana as we're heading into the latter half of the work week. Right now it's a mixture of sun and clouds. We've got more cloud cover than sunshine at times here in Jennings, but temperatures are back into the mid 70s out there for you already this morning. DeRidder looks pretty good as well. South wind already 10 to 15 miles per hour out there for a lot of folks, which is helping to warm these temperatures back, upper 70s to low 80s for you. 77 Jennings to Oakdale. It's 80 in Lake Charles to 79 into Quincy. These numbers will climb fairly quickly as we go throughout the day today. A lot of warmth across the deep south, at least nearby. It's 61 Oklahoma City to 58 in Atlanta. You can tell where the showers and downpours have been more of a factor along with the weak front itself that is beginning to push into the region. First alert radar, very quiet. No showers, no downpours to talk to you about today. The winds will pick up as we go through the afternoon, 25 to 30 miles per hour at times. We'll continue to keep a close watch on those rain chances for you as well. If you don't have plans outdoors today, it's certainly not going to be a bad day to just kind of sit inside and enjoy as well with a little bit of that cloud cover moving in. But join me coming up on First Alert Weather Extra. We do have a couple of showers, a couple of storms that form on an outflow of some old storms that are going to be to the north and west today. We'll let you know what that could mean as well as what it looks like for the rest of the work week coming up at 10 o'clock on First Alert Weather Extra.
An Oberlin man is accused of setting a fire at a home while two people are still inside.
57-year-old Alfred Gray is accused of intentionally setting the porch of a home on fire April 19th. The state fire marshal says it happened in the 200 block of West 7th Avenue in Oberlin. Allen Parish Fire District 5 responded to the fire, and the people inside got out with minor injuries. Gray was arrested on account of aggravated arson. He was booked into the Allen Parish Jail last week, where he's still being held without bond. A Livingston Parish fire chief was suspended after a recording of him reportedly using a racial slur went public.
The District 5 Fire Board decided to suspend Fire Chief Joe Kozrowski for 2 weeks without pay, and this comes after our Baton Rouge sister station exposed the recording that appears to capture the chief using the N-word during the meeting. And when asked if he remembered using a slur, the chief said, "Not to my knowledge." The discipline takes effect this week. And the Louisiana Bureau of Investigation arrested a Slidell couple accused of defrauding the state's Medicaid program out of more than $100,000. The agents say that Fook Fam and Tran Fam intentionally underestimated their income and marital status in order to receive Medicaid benefits between March of 2022 and August of last year. That added up to nearly $135,000, and they're both charged with government benefits fraud and filing false public records. And sentencing for Victoria Cox, a woman charged in a kidnapping and murder case out of La Ranger, is postponed.
Cox pleaded guilty to obstruction of justice and attempted kidnapping of a child. Daniel Callahan pleaded guilty to murdering Kelly Brunette and the youngest of her two children. The children were taken from La Ranger and across state lines. Cox faces 60 years at her sentencing when it's rescheduled. Baton Rouge police are still investigating the deadly shooting at the Mall of Louisiana.
Right now, just one suspect is facing charges, and he's being held without bond after making his first court appearance yesterday. 17-year-old Markel Lee is charged with first-degree murder and attempted first-degree murder. He's also facing a weapons charge, and a judge denied bond yesterday, calling Lee a danger to the public. He's due back in court on August 20th. And today, House Bill 211 is moving to the Senate. It'll be heard by lawmakers in Senate Judiciary C Committee.
The bill would criminalize public camping and create a homeless court program that connects eligible offenders to mental health resources and workforce training. According to the legislation, the criminal charge of sleeping on the street or public camping would be dropped after the person completes the homeless court program. Another proposal is being heard for the first time today in the House Natural Resources Committee. House Bill 1206 would require data centers to get a permit if they use more than 100 million gallons of water per year. Those permits would require a public hearing. The bill would also require data centers to report their water usage to the Department of Conservation and Energy, and for that information to be made public. Most of us here in Southwest Louisiana would agree with the statement that prices are high on goods and services.
But one Lake Charles company says tariff refunds could now bring relief after months of higher costs. Carter Scientific says as an importer and manufacturer, tariffs were adding to the price tag of their products. And company leaders say that the cost of making, packaging, and shipping some items has increased, even doubled, forcing businesses to adjust inventory and pricing.
So those additional costs, if the product costs $10, now it's going to cost $15 to $20 to import it into the United States. And of course, the importers like us and manufacturers try not to pass along any costs that we don't have to, but that type of increase is real difficult to absorb, so a large portion of it's passed along to the consumer.
And Carter Scientific expects about $100,000 in its first refund. And we got more information about the federal tariff refunds at KPLCTV.com. And we're at your service with an announcement for some CLECO customers where the company is being sold to an investment group in a multi-billion-dollar deal. The Louisiana utility is being acquired by Stone Peak and Bernard Capital Partners, and CLECO says it will keep its headquarters and jobs in Pineville and stay under Louisiana regulation. State leaders call it a big bet on the grid, promising more investment in reliability and storm resilience for nearly 300,000 customers. And the race for DeRidder mayor is on. 7
News sat down with each of the 3 candidates. Mayor Michael Harris is eyeing another term, but 2 others are hoping to unseat him, Danny Reynolds and Pee Wee Morrow.
For 20 years, the Army has taught me how to be a leader. The military definition of leadership is the process of influencing others to accomplish the mission by providing purpose, motivation, and direction. And that's the same kind of leadership that I'm going to bring to the city.
Public Works was streets, drainage, water, sewer, code enforcement, building maintenance, everything, the entire city. So I have already run this entire city on the ground with day-to-day operations.
Because there's so much more that needs to be done. As you guys are aware, DeRidder's in a situation, and my objective was to try and get people's focus off of anything that's negative with our city and start doing a lot of positive things to help our city move forward together.
You can find the full story on our website, KPLCTV.com. Early voting starts this Saturday, May 2nd, and runs through Saturday, May 9th, except for this Sunday, May 3rd. The hours are from 8:30 a.m. until 6 p.m. More information can be found on the election page at KPLCTV.com. If you're watching this live stream on your app or online, don't forget you can download 7 News straight to your Roku or smart TV.
Thanks so much for joining us. And now we'll send you back to Local News Live.